All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to the Wholesaling live stream. My name is Calvin Sibley, and if you are watching this on the recording, then you can ask any questions of me, and I will be sure to get back to you. So I've got a fun and really exciting stream for you guys today, where I'm actually going to be calling sellers live and going through the script, and you're going to be able to hear me as I close motivated sellers to buy their house. And so just want to, first of all, this is the first time I use this live stream. So just bear with me as I'm kind of getting my bearings here. But my name is Calvin Sibley. Just to start off, I am your host. And today's show, I like to start off with one of our sponsors. And so today's show is brought to you by Smarter Contact. So Smarter Contact, they're an all-in-one prospecting, follow-up, and lead nurturing system. And we use Smarter Contact in our own business. We use it with sellers. We use it with buyers. And we get an over 40% response rate on our text messages. So people love texting as much as they like talking to people on the phone as well. They do prefer texting a lot of the times. So you can sign up for a free 7-day trial. I'll put the link below this video. So I've used some other text messaging platforms before, but I really like Smarter Contact the best. So before we get into the live call, I just want to explain kind of how the show will work. And so essentially what we're doing is I'm calling sellers live on the phone, right? So this is the Wholesaling live show, and I'm going to do this about once a week just to showcase how we're getting deals. I'm going to bring on guests, and we're going to, do our acquisitions here live on these calls. We also have PPC leads. So our sister company, aside from doing deals ourselves, is we have leads2closings.com. That's where we're getting all of these leads from. And there will also be a link below in the description where you can sign up. You can get a $50 credit towards your first lead. And when you sign up, you just create a free account, and you can see all of the leads there in real time as they come in. You can search by your county, your area, wherever you're located, and you'll be able to just buy those leads and get them exclusive leads to you. So PPC leads or Google AdWords or pay per click, we've found are the highest converting leads. They're really the gold standard when it comes to quality of leads. All right, so they're really higher quality than a lot of outbound marketing methods, whether it's direct mail, cold calling, ringless voicemail, RVM, mass texting, and all of that, because these are people who raise their hands and they say, hey, I want a cash offer on my property. So they're really perfect for wholesalers, investors, real estate agents, and brokers. So you can sign up. Really, anyone in the real estate industry can sign up, or anyone at all, but it's completely free to sign up. And just head over to leads2closings.com. You can create a free account and start browsing motivated seller leads in your area. And so just to introduce myself really quickly, let you know a little bit about my background in real estate. So what's up, everybody? I am from Miami, Florida. I've been wholesaling properties for over 10 years. I actually got my real estate license back in 2004. So I've been in real estate for over 18 years, but I've been wholesaling for the past 10. I discovered wholesaling when the real estate market crashed. So that was back in 2018 during the housing market crash. Back then, it was really easy to just pick up deals off the MLS, but now, it's harder. So now we go direct to sellers. So now we're marketing to sellers directly. Leads2closings.com is our main source for PPC, pay-per-click leads, and we just go direct to seller. All right, so on today's call, I'm going to be going through some motivated seller leads that we got from leads2closing.com. Okay, these are leads that are inbound that we've generated through a pay-per-click campaign. And as I mentioned, these are people who raise their hand and they say, hey, I'd like to sell my house. I'd like an offer on it. And before we call the leads, we send them a text message through Smarter Contact. We just say, hey, we got your information. And, we wanted to see, are you thinking about selling your property? right? So the leads I'm calling today are people who have responded to our text and they said that they want to sell the property. So hopefully we can get some of them on the phone, and hopefully we can get a deal or two under contract today. All right. So let me just share with you my screen, okay? Which is something that I am doing again for the first time. And so I am just going to come in here and click share screen. And so now, all right, you should be able to see my screen. And here are the leads that we're calling. So again, I am based in South Florida, but you can see these on here. These are leads that we've generated over the past few days. And they're in some different states, right? Different states where we're working, all right, which are not in Florida. And so the strategy, what I'm doing is virtual wholesaling, right? We're getting these properties under contract with the seller, and then we are marketing for cash buyers and then selling the property and doing it all virtually. So it's really cool in that we never talk to sellers. We talk to sellers, but we never meet them in person. We never go to the property in person. We never meet the buyers, and we don't go to the closing. So it's really a perfect virtual business. We are closing in the mid to high 5 figures. We're almost at 6 figures a month right now. And so this is a great way to generate additional income for your real estate business or work in your own local market. And again, you can pick up leads on leadstoclosings.com. So let me make sure this is still sharing my screen. Awesome. So let's call some of these leads, right? So I've got a separate screen over here. The reason I do is because I am not sharing their phone number or email address just for privacy reasons. They have submitted their information to us. Plus, we want to work the leads. So I have the information here. So this seller, let's just start with the first one, right? He's asking $80,000, right? So this guy wrote back. He wrote back 80,000. Now I just have the property address, but if we just do a quick search here, we can find it on Zillow right here, right? So we've got 747 Star Lane in Bedford, Indiana. Now I need to get the script, which I just had it open. Here it is. So if you don't have the script, you can actually download it. Put a link to the script download where you just go to leadstoclosings.com/seller-script. So to download the script, for anyone watching this, you go to leadstoclosings.com/seller-script. All right, and you can download that for free. And it's a good idea to just follow along with this. But this is the script. And what I want to point out about the script is that we have the 4 pillars, right? The 4 pillars, you may have heard other people talking about it, Pace Morby and other real estate instructors, which is basically the price, the timeline, the condition of the home, and their motivation to sell. Now I've added a 5th one, which is occupancy. But what I wanted to point out is that this script is designed to get into those 4 pillars very quickly. So you're not wasting a lot of time on the phone with each seller. But interestingly, this is something we've started doing differently recently, which is we're not asking about the price first. And the reason we're not asking about the price is that we've found that sellers are more likely to negotiate on the price once they've spoken to us and they get to know us a little bit more. All right, so I'm just making sure this is working and everything's looking good. You guys can hear me okay? Awesome. All right, so let's go through and let's start calling. I've got my phone here. And let's go through and start calling some of these leads. So I've got the seller's phone number. Now, We use PropStream. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab the address here, and we're going to drop it into PropStream, and we're going to get an estimate of value from PropStream. Now, Zillow has it at 118,000, but that is not always that accurate. This says 157,000. Okay, the estimated value. So the seller's asking 80, but Zillow has it a little lower at 118. So, let's just say PropStream, if PropStream is right, 157, let's just take for a round number, 70% minus 15,000 is 94, right? But Zillow's got it at 118. So let's just say for the purpose of this example, we take 157 minus 118. The average is about 137. 70% of that minus 15,000 is 81. So if the seller is asking 81 and we need to offer 80, that seems like a pretty good deal, but we're still going to offer him less just to see what's the best he can do. So let's call him and let's see if we can get him on the phone. And we're going to go over the script with him. Hopefully.
Hello?
Hey, Johnny, this is Calvin about the house on Star Lane. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, we've been texting back and forth, and I just wanted to touch base with you. So you're planning to sell the property, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I just have a couple of questions for you. Well, perfect. So is anybody living in the property? Are you living in there, or is it vacant?
I am there.
All right, so you're living there. You're living there, and you just want to sell it and move. Is that right?
Yeah, I live an hour and a half away from work.
You live that far from work?
Yeah, I live that far away from work. I got to drive that way every morning. I work 12 hours, 13 hours, then turn around and drive back home. I'm tired of it. I've done it for 9 years. I've done it.
So you've got quite a long trip. You've got quite a long trip here to work. It sounds like that's why you're wanting to sell. It's just too far for you to drive to work. Is that right?
Yeah, it's just too far for me to drive. I've lived in the house for the last 6 years, and my dad lived in the house the 33 years before.
Okay. All right. So how soon would you like to sell the property? Like right away, or do you need some time to find a new place? How long do you?
If I could get out, I could get out between the 1st and the 15th of December. And if I could close for somebody in between this day, I'm fine. I'm good.
So the 1st to the 15th of December. Yeah, that could work because, it usually takes about a month for the title company to, to get everything together for the closing. So that could work for us. All right. Now, you said in your text that you're asking 80,000. I just want to go over the offer with you, right? We'd be paying cash for the property, right? So there's no financing contingencies. We're going to cover all of your closing costs. So there's no commissions paid by you, no realtor commissions or closing costs. And we handle all the repairs and we buy the property in as-is condition. So I know you said 80,000, but is that the best you can do?
Yeah,
so, just based on what we're paying in the area, for a house in that location, we're buying usually around 50 to 55,000. Now I know that's a lot less than what you're asking, but again, we can close within the time frame you want. we cover all your closing costs, so that's net to you. You have no expenses in selling the property. Would that work for you?
Well, I got one offering something at 71,000.
71?
Yeah, he offered me 71,000. It's basically the same thing as you guys, as is cash offer, they pay all closing costs and everything. I'm not signing anything because they're reviewing, and one other company that was interested, and I wanted to give everybody a fair shot, and I'm a fair person. I'm not going to do anything behind anybody's back. So, and I told him, I've got other people that was interested. I want to see what they have to say. I'm not going up, say, hey, there you go. Don't start everything. I get the first dollars. So everybody has a fair shot, and we work something out. We work something out. If we don't, it's no hard feeling between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I respect that. I respect that you're giving everybody their fair shot. But what I'd really like to know is, what is your best price that we can agree to today and get your property sold? Because the thing is, we can only buy so many houses per month. So we are interested in the property. But just to let you know, the way it works is we use an electronic signature service that's known as Dropbox Sign. And
so what you're talking about, he's sitting these signatures.
Right.
He already did it to me, but I'm not buying nothing.
Right, and that's really why I'm asking, what is the best price you would agree to get the property sold today?
Today? $75,000 today. Right here, right now. That's best I can get, really, because I need to. If I make it, I'm going to pay my check off, pay my motorcycle off, and the rest I'm getting me an apartment.
All right, well, I will check with my underwriter. We have our underwriting process that the property has to go through. And let me ask you this: Are you going to be able to check your email later today? It sounds like you're on the road right now.
Oh, I can check it anytime on Bluetooth. I work. I drive a cement truck, deliver concrete, and I'm on Bluetooth just like now. I can check my stuff anytime I want.
Okay, got it. Now, my only other question is, how's the condition? Does it need much in the way of repairs?
I would say paint. You probably want to change the flooring, like normal, and the countertop. The counters are still in good condition. So, it's up to you. I mean, I got pictures. If I need to email them to you or whatever, I can do that for you.
Yeah, that'd be a big help if you can send the pictures. But basically, it doesn't sound like it needs anything major, like no major structural repairs needed. It's just cosmetic.
The foundation's okay. My dad fixed it years ago.
Got it.
And he did electrical and everything through the walls and all that dated. So, yeah, he lived there for 33 years. And, people have died. He wants stuff done. He wants it done right. He ain't going to have but it. I would say a lot of people would like half of it, take part of the wall down there. Let's right from here to here now. Not worry about the rest, now. He made sure everything was done right.
Well, that sounds good. It sounds like you have a reliable guy there for that. Now, I did check online. Is it a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or how much? What's the bed and bath count?
Okay, it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. 1 bedroom is like 16 by 16. The other bedroom's probably, I don't know, 16 by 25. Then you got your little mudroom in the back. A washer dryer, which came in and out the back door, and then I got one room. It's just my catch-all room. It's just a junk room. It's got the furnace in it, but it used to be a bedroom, but we don't ever use it for the bed because it got closets and stuff in it. I never have used it for a bedroom.
All right, and do you still have a mortgage on the property?
I owe $7,000 exactly on it as of today. I know.
7,000 and what?
$7,000
On the mortgage.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's not a big deal. That'll be paid off at the closing. That's not, that's not a big deal for you, I don't think. All right, so I have your email address here. The one at Yahoo.
Yeah, RJL Dolphin 20K.
All right, I got the email from you, so I am going to email you. I see the property is in your name, right?
Yeah, it's in mine and my stepmom's name.
Okay. All right. So we just have to verify that on the tax records. If it's in your stepmom's name, she's going to have to sign everything as well.
Yeah.
Is that
Not a problem.
Is that Barbara Lynn?
Yep.
All right, and she's on board with selling it too, right?
Yeah. She hers and my dad now. My dad got cancer, got sick. So they were going to sell it to the neighbors, but I ended up buying it to keep it in the family. So they bought another trailer and stuff. She lives in Metro. He passed away, and she started to get. She got early form of dementia, so her stepdaughter, all my stepsister, her real daughter, is watching her and everything. They know all about everything. They're all doing everything,
All right, perfect. Now I'm.
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to review the offer with you on the phone, but it's pretty straightforward. The main points for you to understand are that we're buying the house for cash, so there are no financing contingencies. We're buying it in as-is condition, which means you don't have to make any repairs to the property, and we will cover all of your closing costs, and you don't have to pay any realtor commissions. Does that make sense?
That makes sense to me. I know exactly what you're talking.
Yeah, and at some point before the closing, we'll have to get our contractor out there just to do a quick walkthrough. It's not a major inspection, but we just want to know what we're buying and confirm the condition, make sure there's no major structural issues. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does make sense. I am on board with all that.
All right, great. Well, unless you have any questions for me for now, I'm going to prepare the purchase agreement. I'm going to send it to you in the next 10 minutes, when we get off the phone. I will also send you a text message from my cell phone number with my name and company name. So if you have any questions about the purchase agreement when you receive it, just give me a call or send me a text and I'll answer them for you. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me, young man.
All right, perfect. Well, I look forward to working with you and getting your property sold to us. If you can complete the purchase agreement today, I could send it to the title company this afternoon so we can get the title work started and close within the next 30 days.
Sounds good to me, young man.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. Drive safe out there. And please let me know if you have any questions about the purchase agreement when you get it. I'll send it to you in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, I sure will. You have a good afternoon.
All right. Thanks. You too, Johnny.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, perfect. So that was a great first call. And if you have any questions, like I said, if you're watching this as a recording, you can comment and I'll answer them or now. But that was a great call. He didn't drop the price that much, but he went from 80 down to 75. And if PropStream is right, if this house is worth 157, we're buying it for 50% of its market value, which is pretty good, right? We are being more conservative about our offers right now, but that's a pretty good deal. We have to verify the condition. He said he has pictures. That's a positive thing. So you always want to try to get pictures from the seller. But again, just some call notes, convey that you're here to help them. You have their best interest in mind through your tonality. Use their first name. Make it a friendly conversation, right? If you notice what I was doing, I know this script, right? I know it by heart. I was reading it, but that is to give you an example of how to go through the script. But when the seller is talking, I'm listening. I'm not thinking about the next thing to say. I know the next thing to say because I have the script. So I'm thinking about, what is he saying? And then I just basically repeat back what he's saying, kind of mirroring him so he knows he's being heard, and then go on to the next part of the script. Now, if he's rambling on and on, some people like to talk, right? They want to talk for 10, 20 minutes. That's too long. You got to keep them on the script. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him a text right now, and I'm going to just send him my name and my company name. All right, so now he can save my number. He probably won't save my number, but he might. But he'll know who I am. He'll associate my number with my phone, or my name with my phone number. And again, these are just some tips. Convey you're here to help them. Use their first name. Listen to them. Let them do the talking. Get the answers to these questions. And you do this by having them feel comfortable talking to you because you're a good listener. Now, with this property, I can lock it up for $75 today, and I can send it out to my list for $80,000, $85,000, and I may get a buyer for it, right? So I'll have other videos when I go over how I find cash buyers, how I market to them. But this is a good first call. And we're just going to put some notes here. Send offer at $75,000. Now, one other thing about the script is I kind of jumped ahead. I got into this part. Where is it? I got a little ahead of myself because I started going over this part about the closing kind of early on. But that's okay because, you're basically closing them throughout the call. The whole call is a closing, right? You're closing them by asking questions and driving them towards your desired outcome, right? Which is them selling you the property at the price that makes sense for you. Another thing is that I thought, remember at the beginning of this call, I thought that at $80,000 this could be a deal, but I offered him 50 to 55 because you want to anchor low. And so what did he say? He said, well, I got an offer at 71, but I would agree to 75. All right. Now, what you could do is lock it up at 75. And then when you do the inspection, when the buyer does the inspection, go back to him and get him down to 70, and he'll probably take it. All right. So let me just go through these. I want to see who else has given us a price. Like I said, I am using Smarter Contact, but it's on my other computer. So we have Jessica Hartman. She's not on here, but this property is in Peoria. This one looks pretty good, so I'm actually going to add this one. Jessica Hartman, and her property is 1903 East Purdue Avenue, and that's in Peoria, Illinois. All right, so let's just grab this, search Google really quickly. Currently not for sale. So it sold for $82,500 on July 21st. She's asking $88,000. So right away, I'm not going to call the seller. I'm not calling her. And this is a big part of prospecting, right? Is you have to go through a bunch of leads, and could I offer her less? I mean, look, I could offer her, I could call and offer her less, but she's not going to take it, right? Because the problem is that we'd have to buy this house for like 40 to 45, and she's asking 88, and she because she bought it for 82. So, and again, you can look at the pictures. This house doesn't need a lot of work. She may have it as a rental. She might be living there. So I'm actually, I could call her, but she's going to say no. So let's see. Todd Johnson. Now, there's parts of this area where I typically don't work the leads just because it's pretty rural. If it's kind of southeast of St. Louis, it's just a tough area. Let's see what this guy is asking. 1 second. So he's asking, all right, he didn't even give me a price. So I could call him, but I really want to call sellers that look like it's a deal, right? So let's look at Kenny, because that was such a good first call. Let's keep that up. So this guy's Kenny Pickett. Now this guy's asking 155. Let's see what this one. Okay, so this one is for sale by owner. He's already got it on Zillow. You know, he put it on Zillow. I mean, we can look at this pretty rural area. I'm going to say probably not worth calling him. If it's a for sale by owner on Zillow, they're typically, you know, pretty savvy. They're not listing it with a market. This guy, it's worth 113. He's asking 155. He's asking too much. It's not worth it. All right, so Mimosa Street in Jefferson, Georgia. You can see how quickly you can go through these. All right, so this one is also for sale by owner, 155. Zillow's got it for 106. PropStream's got it for how much? $75. She's asking 150. 106. Right, that's not worth calling her. Again, for sale by owner, Johnny Lynn. Oh, we called him already. All right, Denver Skaggs. What's going on with this guy? Did he give us a price? So let's see. Denver Skaggs. He didn't give us a price, but let's take a look at it. All right, so Rome City 143 hasn't given us a price, but we know he wants to sell. Let's give him a call and let's see what he's asking for it. Now, you can look at this. Does this look like a modular home to you or a mobile home? It says single family, but you really want to avoid mobile homes. That doesn't look like a mobile home, but that looks like a modular home. If you look at the outside, it's kind of hard to tell from the pictures. There's a bunch of notices on the wall. What's going on with this house? It looks like a pretty big lot. Well, it's only 1/4 of an acre. Let's call him and let's just find out what's going on with this one. Did we skip Kelly West? All right, so Denver is 260. Not going to say the whole phone number. See if we can reach him.
Hello.
Hey, Denver, this is Calvin calling about the house on Jackson Street. How are you?
Hey, this is me. Yes, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I actually saw you called. That's our office number we text from, but you are thinking about selling the property, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just want to ask you a couple quick questions about it. We do buy homes in Noble County, but are you living in the house? Does anybody live there?
Yes, I'm currently living there right now. I'm just wanting to sell the house as is, and we're just wanting to relocate. Just need to get an offer on it, yeah.
Okay, and I'm just making a note of that. Let me just ask you right off the bat, is this like a mobile or modular home?
No, it's not. No.
Okay, because I looked it up on Zillow. It's just kind of like a, what is that, like a vinyl siding of some kind?
It's not. It don't even look the same now. That's the old pictures on there. It has brand new windows, it has new siding, brand new metal roof. Those are old pictures on Zillow.
Got it. Okay. So
Yeah.
you're basically looking to relocate. How soon are you looking? Yes.
Hold on. I'm not trying to interrupt you. It's got brand new well, 4-inch well. It's got new electrical box update, all new. Like I said, the well's been updated. The well pump, brand new water heater, brand new that. Like I said, new metal roof, all new windows and siding was done this year, first of spring, while the COVID stuff was going on. It still needs to be finished inside, but it's definitely. I'm just wanting to sell it as is, just to relocate somewhere. Just gonna get an offer on it, but as soon as possible. Actually, we're currently looking. Yeah. No, the signal. Thanks, man. Yeah.
So I heard all of that. Yeah, I made a note of it. I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Somebody thought I was broke down. No, my signal sucks up here where I work, and
oh, does it?
Yeah. He thought I was broke down.
Got it. So I got some of the condition. You explained it to me, and the timeline is basically you want to sell it right away. You're looking to sell it.
Yes, if possible. Yes. We're looking at another place over in Michigan, and you just don't know with Zillow. You know what I mean? It could be there today and then gone tomorrow. You know. So.
Well, that's true. So let me just see.
But if I can get as much as I can out of the home, a fair offer on it, I just want to let it go and get somewhere else. So.
All right, and for a cash offer, if we paid cash, we covered all your closing costs, and
I own the house.
You don't have a mortgage.
No mortgage against it. I own it. I bought it back in 2011 or 12, and like I said, the pictures that's online are old pictures. It's all been updated and stuff. It still needs a little bit of work inside, but it's not like beyond gone or nothing. Just trim and stuff. Like I said, the trim needs to be put back up on the around the windows because brand new. We just put all new windows in it this spring, and we just stopped where we're at.
So if we paid cash, I understand everything you're saying, but if we paid cash for the property and we covered all your closing costs and you didn't pay any realtor commissions and we handled any repairs or anything the property needs, if we buy it in as is condition, which it sounds that's what you're looking for, it sounds like, what would be the best price you'd sell the property for?
I don't know. I just need to get an honest opinion. I've had some offers on or whatever, but they can't get a loan because they haven't been on their job long enough. They got good credit, but I had a realtor come and he praised it at 110, 115 as is.
Right. Well, we don't pay retail. I mean, the whole value of selling to us is that it's a cash offer.
If I can just have somebody come and just give me an honest opinion, you know what I mean, then we can go from there.
Well, we really have to know, I know you said you don't have a mortgage, but if you're looking for 115, that's not going to work for us just because we're going to.
No, that's just what the high value is. I'm not going to ask him for that. If I can get like 75 to 80 grand.
75 to 80.
What's that?
Say 75 to 80.
Yeah, somewhere in that area, yes.
All right, hold on for 1 second.
It's got a pond. It's got a big backyard. Like I said, them pictures on there, you'd think they would have updated them or whatever. It's just old pictures and stuff. But that was back in 2011 when that shit was posted. But it's all been redone. It don't even look like the same house now.
Yeah, I understand that. It's just for houses we're buying in that area, we'd really have to be more around 55 to 60. I know that's a lot less than what you're asking, but we would be paying all of your closing costs. You wouldn't pay any realtor commissions, and we can close within the next 30 days.
Can we do 70?
I think that's going to be too high for us. I just think that what we're buying in the area, with everything going on in the market right now, interest rates are going up, prices are coming down.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you could do...
What about 65? 65 even.
That may be able to work for us. But before I explain, well, how it works, basically, we would send you an offer through Dropbox Sign, which is an electronic signature service.
Okay.
And I have your email address. So it's the one at Gmail, right?
Yeah. I just need to make an offer on this house before I just don't want to let it go. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be rushy or nothing. No, I'm taking a loss as it is. We're just trying to relocate, like you said, and I understand. You know, I mean, you got to make your money too on it. You know, and but if you can give me 65, and if I can get like a pre-approval thing, and just let these people know that, hey, this is a done deal.
Okay, can you explain to me what is it that you're talking about with the offer? Are you buying a house in Michigan?
Yeah, I am buying a house. Yeah, I am relocating. We found a house that we're interested in. We're just if I could sell my house, just to relocate, you know what I mean, and keep the payments down on this other house we're trying to get. And yeah, man, and they want so much down, like you said. Right.
That makes sense. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this with our underwriter. We have like
I said, I'm not trying to interrupt you or nothing, but we're just trying to keep our payments down as low as possible by putting as much as we can down as a deposit. And I'm not trying to screw myself.
No, I understand. I understand why you're wanting to sell it. I appreciate you explaining that to me.
Right.
But the main points, what I was going to say is this is the most straightforward process for you to sell us the property, right? We buy the house for cash, so there's no financing contingencies. We're buying in as-is condition, which sounds like that's what you want, so you don't have to make any repairs to it. And we cover all your closing costs, and you don't have to pay any realtor commissions. Now, we will have to get our contractor in to do a quick walkthrough of the house at some point before the closing. That's just to verify the condition and really make sure that there are no structural issues with it.
Right. That's understanding.
You understand all that? All right. Well, unless you have any questions for me for now, when we get off the phone, I'm going to walk down the hall and talk to our underwriter. As long as they give us the green light at 65, I will send you the purchase agreement to your email address.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to check your emails this afternoon?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, great. Because if you can, then if you can get it back to me today, I can send it to the title company this afternoon so we can get the title work started and close within the next 30 days or possibly sooner.
Okay.
And you're the only one. What's that?
So what do I need to do when you on this email thing?
You're going to get an email from me, Calvin Sibley. First of all, I'm going to text you when we get off the phone, so you have my cell phone number.
Okay.
I'm happy to go over it with you on the phone and help you to sign it, but it's pretty straightforward. You just open your email address, check your email. You'll see the email from Dropbox Sign from me, Calvin Sibley. You open it up and there's one button in the email that says get started. You click there and then you go through and you can sign it electronically. Does that make sense?
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, great. Well, hey, it was great to talk to you. And Denver, again, my name is Calvin. I look forward to working with you to get your property sold to us. And just let me know if you have any questions about it. I should be able to get it to you in the next 10 or 20 minutes.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, do you have any other questions for me for now?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Sounds good, Denver. Well, I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. All right. So not a huge reduction, right? He was asking what, he was asking 80 and he got down to 65. You know, that's pretty good. I think he started at 80, right? What did I put on there? 75 to 80. So we got him from 80 to 65. That's a $15,000 difference. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So we're going to send the offer at 65. All right, so I'm going to keep these calls to about an hour. It is 3:45 right now, 3:46. And so I did get a question on Facebook. Did you mention the lead source? How did you receive the lead? Disregard for sale by owner. This is actually not a for sale by owner. So this is from our pay-per-click Google AdWords campaigns. And I mentioned this, if you go back and watch this video from the beginning, you'll hear about where we're getting the leads. It's leadstoclosings.com. All right, so these are pay-per-click leads that we're generating and that basically raise their hand and say, hey, I want to sell. That's why we're able to reach so many people, because they're awesome leads. All right, so that is a great call. Now, I did add here, right, that a couple things. I like to break down the call, right? This is the fun part. So first of all, at the end of the call, I ask him, do you have any other questions for me for now? You'd be surprised how many times people have questions. The objections come up, right? They just don't ask it during the call because you're hammering them with questions, right? So ask them that. Do you have any other questions before I let you go? All right, and just, if not, sounds great, thanks, whatever, take care, bye, right? You just give them a chance to ask you some questions at the end of the call. Now, there's another thing. This guy was going on and on about the condition of the house. When we got to the part about the price, and I asked him this, what did he say? Well, come out and make me an offer, right? We get that all the time. But you never make the first offer. Because what if I had offered 75, but this guy would take 65? So that's like a golden rule of prospecting and wholesaling. You never make the first offer. All right. The second thing is, when he was rambling on and on, I had to kind of cut him short and just say, look, man, go back to the script. Just ask them the next question, because they will talk forever. And you're really doing them a service. He might be nervous. He's not sure if you're legit, or, you know, why maybe he's just bored or lonely. He just wants to talk, but we don't have time. We got a bunch of people to call. So you got to get them back on the script. I kept going back. I said, oh, you know, you verify, you validate him. He needs to be validated. You say, okay, that makes sense. And then you go back to the script. All right. So let's see one more here. I think we have time for one more. We've got Annette Howard. Let's see what she's asking. All right. No, I'm not going to call her. She didn't give us a price. She just said, yes, she'd sell. We got Kathy Anderson. All right. How much does she want? She said she wants to sell, but she didn't say a price, so we're not going to call her. Jacob Porter. Did I skip somebody? What about Kelly West? Kelly West wants $60,000. All right, let's check out this house. I hope you guys are still able to hear me okay. So this is I believe this is in Newcastle. You don't have a Zillow estimate. Interesting. So it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Let's look it up on PropStream. Right off the bat, you know, you just have to be a little careful with kind of non-conforming houses. Just looking at the pictures of this house, it's a big house, you know. It isn't. I mean, it's 2 stories. It looks like it. All right, this is a rehab house. What is that? Water damage? This house needs a lot of work. What's the story with this house? What happened here? Interesting. Prices are kind of all over the place. Zillow doesn't have a value. And PropStream has it at 42 and she wants 60. So you know what? I'm not going to call this lady. There's a lot of buyers in this area. It's a pretty big town. But for the sake of this call, you're going to have to pick this up. Like, look at these 26,000, 18,000, 30. You can very quickly tell 38, 45. You'd have to buy this for like 15, 20,000. She's not going to take that low. So let's skip her. Let's check the next one. You can see you go through it really quickly. So 800 Northwest Avenue M. That is definitely it. And it's listed for sale. So this is with an agent. Now, if it's listed for sale, if you buy a lead from leads to closings and it's listed, we just credit your account because we don't call listed homes. There's nothing we can do with this. Right. You can look at the Zillow value. It's not on here, but it's going to be high. So that's listed. So let's delete that. I'm glad I added a few on here because we have to go through quite a few. And this is prospecting. You got to go through a bunch of leads. This one's for sale. All right. So that one's listed. So now we're going to skip that. Morrison Reed. What do we got with this guy? This one is also listed. I probably should have checked. Next time I'm going to check these before. This is the first time I do one of these live calls, and I should probably make sure they're not listed, but this is just quiet brick rural home. All right, so this is worth 78, sold for 65. This is a beautiful deal. All right, whatever they're asking, look at this house. Brick house. And this is just a textbook kind of house we want to wholesale. Between 50 and 150,000, right? Or 40,000 and 125, say. This is in our wheelhouse. But how much is she asking, or he? Hugnita. Okay, let's see what, I think this is a lady. How do you spell that? All right, so she's asking 85, and she wants to know what our offer is. And Zillow's got it for 78, so she's probably not going to take a low offer. But just for the sake of this call, I'm going to call her anyway. Because I want to, at least call 3 people. At least talk to 3 people per call. And she texted, hey, what's your offer? So she's interested. 313. Hi, this is Calvin about the house on Barney Road. Is this Hugnita?
This is she.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we were texting back and forth about the property. I just thought it'd be easier to give you a call.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we buy homes in that area in Lowndes County, and we would pay cash for the properties. So I just wanted to see, you are thinking about selling it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. And I did check it out online. It's something we're interested in. I just have a couple questions. Are you living in the house, or does anybody live there?
Yes, I live in it as of right now.
So you're just looking to, you live in it, you're just looking to sell it and move?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay, are you downsizing, relocating? I'm just curious what's making you want to sell the property.
I'm moving back in with my mom. She doesn't like that I live so far from her, so she's been nagging me for the longest to move back. So I'll be moving back in with her.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Be closer to mommy. You can't get closer to your mom without living in the same house as her.
Yeah.
Can't get much closer than that.
So You know, she's always been protective and worrying about me. So
I hear that.
yeah.
And how soon would you like to sell the property?
I would say in about a couple months.
A couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
It's
reason
time to
I
move
ask,
out.
I mean, the thing is with the title company is it usually takes them about 30 days
Oh,
to
okay.
do the title work. So if you're looking
Huh.
for a couple months, we could put, today's November 8th, so we could just put like the first week of January for the closing date.
Uh-huh.
And that'll give you, then you wouldn't sell the house around the holidays, you get through the holidays and then sell it at the beginning of next year. Does that make sense?
Yeah, uh-huh.
All right. Is there somebody calling you? I just heard a little beeping.
That's my mom calling me, so I'll call her back.
Got it. So,
Yeah.
I looked up the property online. Let me just make sure I'm looking at the right one. Yep. And you're asking 85. Do you have a mortgage on it?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Do you know approximately what the balance is, ballpark?
I want to say around 45.
45.
Yes.
Okay. Well, looking at what we're paying in the area, 85 is a little high. I can tell you what we would offer.
Mm-hmm.
And just before I do, the offer would be a cash offer. So we would be paying all of your closing costs. You wouldn't be paying any realtor commissions. And it's basically the most straightforward way for you to sell us the property where you don't have to pay anything as far as closing costs. We handle everything. We have our title company handle everything. That being said, what we're buying in the area, and because of everything that's going on with the economy right now, we really have to buy it for around 50 to 55,000. Now I know that's a lot less than what you're asking, but again, at that price, we would definitely close. We could close on it, on the date of your choosing. We could put it the first week of January. And so, that would pay off your mortgage. It would give you some money at the closing to help you move in with your mom. So would that work for you?
Let me give it some thought. What's your name again? I'm gonna write down everything.
It's Calvin.
Calvin
Sibley, Sibley.
Okay, Calvin Sibley, Sibby.
SIB is in boy. LEY. Just one B.
Okay. Okay, your offer is between 50 to 55,000.
Yeah, in that price range. I mean, we may be able to come up a little bit, but at that price, we would for sure be able to close in the next 30 to 60 days.
Close within 30 to 60 days. I'm just writing down things so I could just look over it. Days.
Right, and no contingencies, so no financing contingencies, no commissions paid by you. Okay. Like I said, it'd be the most straightforward sale. Is this your cell phone number? Because I was texting you from my office, but this is my cell phone. It's better if you call me or text me back on this number.
Okay, I'll save it. Okay, yeah, this is my number.
And when do you think you'll be able to get back to me?
I want to say maybe later on this week.
Later on this week?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if I don't hear from you by Friday, I'll plan to follow up with you. The only thing I would say is we are only able to buy so many houses per month. We're not a big nationwide company. We're a local mom and pop operation here. So we can only buy so many houses a month. So if you are serious about selling, I would just suggest please get back to me sooner rather than later.
Okay. And the name of the company is?
It's Solutions Home Buyers.
Solutions.
Yeah. And I could text it to you if this is your cell phone number.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, when we get off the phone, I will text you my name and my company name. And just so you know, just kind of an overview, we use an electronic signature service to send the offer. So once you give us the okay as far as the price, I would just email it to you. Let me just see one thing. So it looks like you are the only one on the title, or is it Daniel Weston?
That's the previous owner.
Okay.
So I'm the current owner.
Okay, so you bought it from him or her?
Uh-huh.
Okay, sometimes the tax records, the public records don't always, reflect the right owner.
I was told it was not going to show until, I think this year I'm supposed to pay for all.
Yeah, I think it shows at the end of the year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you bought it in 2019 or 2021, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well,
last year, 2021. Lord, this year went so fast. I'm like, wait a minute, it's gonna be 2023.
Well, it goes fast when you're busy. When you're busy or having fun, right?
Yeah.
All right, so just let me know when you're ready to sell. I'll text you my name and company name, and we'll go from there. We're ready to move forward with the offer when you are.
Okay, and I have another question. Like in regards to the houses, you guys buy what as is, or what? How do you guys?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I can go over kind of the main points about the offer, which I'm happy to go over it with you on the phone. But it's pretty straightforward. So the main points for you to understand are: we're buying the house for cash, so there's no financing contingencies. I mentioned that. And we're buying it in as-is condition, which means you won't have to make any repairs to the property.
Okay.
So we cover all your closing costs, and you won't pay any realtor commissions. But we will have to get our contractor into the house to do a quick walkthrough at some point before the closing. It's just so we know what we're buying, because I'm based in South Florida, so we have to just verify the condition, make sure we know what we're buying, and there are no structural issues with the property. Does that make sense?
Okay.
All right, well, unless you have any other questions for me for now, I'll put in my calendar to follow up with you on Friday. Just give me a call or text me in the meantime if you're ready to move forward.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. And it's Hugnita, right?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, nice to talk to you, Hugnita. Have a nice rest of your day.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so that was not bad. Even though she didn't accept it right off the bat, right, we knew that she was asking way more than what we could offer. So I wasn't expecting her to accept the offer, but big part of this business, I didn't really ask her too much about the property. So she's asking 85. And also I should be doing a little better job verifying the bed bath count, although it is in PropStream here. But I'm going to say offered $50 to $55 and follow up with her on Friday. So a big part of this business is follow-up, right? A big part of this business is building your pipeline and then working that pipeline. I may need to work with this lady for a couple of weeks before she agrees to sell it. But it's that consistent follow-up. It's those consistent touches of emails, text messages, and phone calls that when she's ready to sell, she's going to pick up the phone and call you. All right, so I am going to end. I'm going to stop my share here for a second. I want to thank you guys for being on the live. Got some participation, which is awesome. This is the first time that I do a live stream, but I'm planning to do this every week to answer your guys' questions, help you with your wholesaling, investing, and real estate business. If anybody has any questions, you can ask me now or comment later. And if you're just joining or watching this on the live, on the recording, you can go back, watch the live stream again. Make sure to grab the free script at leads to closings /seller-script. That's the same script that I use on this training. So just a quick recap. We went over the script. We went over where we get the leads, and we had 3 seller calls, 2 of which look like deals, and one is the follow-up. We also went through some other leads. Some were listed, and some were just asking way too high, so we didn't call those people. But thank you to everyone who watched this. Join the Facebook group if you're not in it, and we'll start having these calls once a week at least. And let me know if you have any questions. And let me just see if there's anything else that I wanted to go over before I end this. That's pretty much it. Just stay tuned for more updates, especially about leads2closings.com. I'm super excited about that project where you're going to be able to buy or just find motivated sellers on that site. Thank you guys so much for joining. Happy investing and have a great rest of your week. Take care.